another lie.
This is the Great Legend, and I'm coming at you live tonight with some Legends Truth. Man, you only get in here on youtube.com/RDowdy95, your home for comics, cooking, gaming, and the truth. And I know a lot of you out there are wondering, when is the Great Legend going to be doing some more of that cooking? Well, it very well could have been tonight, fans, because the kitchen is clean, the legend is lean, and the food the legend makes is mean because it tastes so good it could create that green. If I decided to sell the food, that is, as well. And we're live here tonight, man. We're talking. This is a different kind of video. I love it, man. I love that shit. A different kind of video. Because are we going to be showing some comics? Are we going to be talking about some cooking? Are we going to be talking about some gaming? Are we going to be talking about the truth? And the truth, people, will set you free, because the LEG to the END is going to let you know what I know on the scene. And, man, I've been doing a lot of research. Not really a lot of research, because what is research really? I mean, you kind of watch, you kind of read up on stuff, the government tries to give you some fear, they try to be the be-all, end-all, when I don't give a fuck about them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? COPPA, motherfucker! This is 13 and up right here. And if you a teenager that likes some cussing, you came to the right place, baby. Because that's what we got tonight. On the Legends Truth, man. Sailor Jerry, baby. Fucking A. Love that shit. So anyway, let's check the chat. And then we're going to go COPPA on this motherfucker. All right, man. I love this shit. So this is adults only. Adults only. Adults only. FTC, baby. FTC. We got the comic Cryptic Castle Hills, Mike, all the way down from the San Antonio area. Very great guy. One of the legits. One of the guys I haven't watched lately. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about some background. I haven't watched a lot of YouTube lately. I mean, I'm a real busy guy in life. I mean, and things, opportunities, just stuff comes up, and I got to figure it all out, and everything. I have to give a little bit of my time to all of the stuff. You know what I mean? I got to give my time to the CW because I got to watch my Riverdale. Batwoman, by the way. Batwoman is freaking amazing. Black Lightning's great too. But all right, so Comic Crypt Mike, great to see you, brother. One of the old school G's of the comic book community. Great collection of stuff. Great freaking history. I mean, if you haven't watched the guy, please watch the guy. And I'm going to talk a little bit about Mike and some of the other stalwarts of the community. Cat 1204, thank you so much for showing up. Cat 1204 in the house. Cat, one of the best. We got Mark BKR90. He is the superstar of Mark BKR Behind the Bar. If you want to learn how to make some cool mixed drinks, and you don't even have to think when you make them, because he'll show you what to do as long as you'll put the eyes on him. And he'll put the drinks on you, baby. Unruly Simeon, one of the ape fans. He's a humongous ape fan. I don't know if he likes him some Caesar from Planet of the Apes, or if he likes the Gorilla Grodd and Ape City and all that. But apes are fucking cool, man. No doubt about it. Alfred83, probably one of the best. Somos unos vatos locos forever. Ese, órale! Man, you know what I'm talking about. Unos más preguntas will be answered tonight, S.A. That's what I'm talking about. We got Chad R., man. He is a superstar. He is the VKM the Vincent Kennedy McMahon of the Comic Corps. Great to have him out here tonight, the guy that started it all. The Comic Corps, that is. Simply Incredible podcast. Another of the old school stalwarts. I'm going to talk a little bit about these guys. Not those guys. Not those guys. I'm talking these guys. People that actually know their shit. We're talking about these guys. J Hood Creative. There's another stalwart for you. A guy who's got the years on me. I mean, and he puts out some great stuff for the comic book community. So make sure you check out J Hood as well. Oh, and Lawrence, man. Lawrence is Mark BKR's little sidekick, if you will. It's kind of like Mr. Peppermint. He always... I don't know if y'all remember Mr. Peppermint from the Dallas-Fort Worth area, but he had this little beaver that was his little puppet kind of stall, little buddy there. But anyway, let's get to the original stuff here. So I've been watching some stuff about the COPPA laws, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty funny at the same time. A lot of the stuff I've been doing... I already know the big stuff, looking at the YouTube video of that lady telling us about put your videos to adults or put your videos to kids, blah, blah, blah. FTC could fine you, blah, 42,000 a video, blah, 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 blah. Sounds like I'm watching fucking Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving or something. When, Charlie Brown's listening to the teacher, like, bah, 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 bah. I can't make no sense of it. Alfred loves it. But, man, I've been watching the people I've been watching because, the thing is you kind of wait and see what others do, And we've talked about this on the Comic Corps, and we've, everyone put their 2 cents in. But I wanted to give you, the Great Legend Show fans, my own perspective of COPPA or COPPA. Yeah, dirty COPPA. Whatever the fuck it's called. But kind of give you my 2 cents on everything about it. But yeah, man, it's just really weird, dude, and kind of crazy. But I've been watching people like Howler Mouse, JC Seigi, great guy. JC, it's JCSEIGI, really good. Jerry, really great guy. I've been watching for years. Howler Mouse, of course, I watched Howler Mouse. Howler Mouse has been doing a lot of COPPA videos. Now, Howler, I don't know if you're doing these COPPA videos to, try to, I don't know, man, drum up the business on the views or whatever, but shit, son, you got 3 COPPA videos. I think people got the damn right idea. But no disrespect, even though I kind of just disrespected him. But how many COPPA videos do you need? But whatever, man. I love Howler Mouse. He's got some great knowledge on all that, all the comic books. So, but what I've been seeing, and it's shitty to see this, I've been seeing a lot of the fear, like the FBI or FTC, wherever the hell you got going on. It's FTC, not FBI, but you know what I mean. You got the big government entity trying to instill fear into the common folk or the little people. You know what I'm saying? And it's bullshit, man. It's just typical government bullshit. I mean, YouTube, they fucked up, and I'll tell you how they fucked up here in a minute. But it's kind of shitty to see these awesome channels that I love to watch, because the thing is about these channels, and J Hood Creative, I'll throw him in there, Comic Crypto Castle Hills, anybody that has age on the Great Legend, anyone that's 43 and up, I really respect what they have to say and what they've been through in this life, because they lived on this earth longer than I've lived on this earth. So without a shadow of a doubt, much respect to those guys, man. Really have learned a lot. And even J Hood Creative, how he hasn't been doing YouTube videos this long, but I mean, I learned just as much as I learned from him as I watch a Howler or a Mike, a Comic Crypt from Castle Hills. Although I learned a shit ton from Mike because he used to break it down by the years. And what I mean is, I left Captain Strangelove a comment tonight on his video, because he did a COPPA video, and I told him, one of the reasons why I told him, I said, dude, I think you ought to set your stuff to adults, 13 and up, whatever, because I go watch Captain Strangelove to get his historical perspective, kind of like a biography. I go watch his stuff because I want to know what it was like living in 1966 on this planet and how pop culture has influenced his life. You know, that's why I watch the people that are older than me quite more than I watch the younger group. The younger group is kind of like kids at a candy store. You know, they're awesome, don't get me wrong, but, you know, I've already learned how to ride the bicycle. I already know how to pedal my bicycle. You know what I'm saying? So I want to learn what the people did before I got on this earth. You know, I want to learn their story. I want to hear their perspective, because I really can learn a little bit more from the younger generation. Now, no disrespect to the younger generation. I do learn some new stuff, but I'm not really into speculation or what other kind of stupid crap. You know, buying mystery boxes to get a bunch of crap. Then you got to go sell your mystery box crap and your variant crap on auctions. Now, when I sold on auctions, people, you know Legends Live Auction, I tried to give you some good shit to read, because I know the good shit and I know the good shit to read. Now, is everything going to be a first appearance? Probably not. But that's all it is that I see in today's comic book community. You know, now, like I said, that's my own opinion. You know, that's great legend for you. I'm a little old school, you know, so you got to hear me out. A lot of these grails and a lot of this hoopla and a lot of this crap, I've already seen it, I've already done it, I've already wrote a book about it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because when you were a part of the very first group live show in the YouTube comic book community, right here, when you were the very first solo live show in the comic book community, right here, you've damn done wrote a book about it, and you don't even need to even worry about it. So I've been there, I've done it all. I mean, I'm just saying. It's the truth. I mean, it's Legend's truth. Is it not Legend's truth? I mean, I've done that shit before, man. So it doesn't really matter. I know I don't have 1 million subs. I know I'm not one of the mega channels. But I'm not trying to be. I've already had the fame. I've already got the fortune. You know, so I don't really need any of the other accolades that some of the young people want to get to in their social media life. Social media, by the way, if y'all haven't watched some of the older Legends Truth videos, I mean, they're just setting you up for a great fall anyway. You know, basically, it's all about stealing your data. So, and that's what YouTube has done. But before we go into what YouTube has done, we got to check out these people in the chat, baby. All right, man. J Hood's doing some painting. Great painter, great artist. Stay Puff 1983, one of the best in the IG community, finally making his way on into the YouTube community full time. I've seen him on Robert Galvin's podcast show on the web. Sam's Tangled Web. I talked to Sam today, one of the best. If you want knowledge, I mean, this is another guy. This guy's got the age on me. Not too much, Sam. I'm not calling you a senior citizen. But, I mean, Marvel history, I mean, probably one of the smartest, best people you could subscribe to if you really want to go back in time and learn about some of Marvel's greatest hits. And that's Sam's Tangled Web. Bub's Comics, one of the hottest, he's got the age on me, one of the hottest voices in the comic book community. Y'all may not think it because originally he didn't show his face, but if you ever do an auction, hopefully you don't sell a lot of crap, but I mean, if you do have crap to sell, he'll make sure it sells because he's got a great voice. Reaper Tate 728, another guy's got some years on me. Knows his shit. Knows his knowledge. I mean, when the Young Guns is talking about all the damn Red Carnage or whatever the hell it was, Absolute Carnage, it was Red Goblin, by the way. Who gives a shit? I read ASM 361 off the rack when I was in 9th grade. You know what I'm saying? Can you drop link to that Dr. Strangelove guy? Sounds intriguing. Yeah, I do need to drop a link to that guy. Let me do that real quick. I'm going to do that for y'all in the chat. He's so hot. You tap in Captain Strangelove. Oh, my God. I mean, dude, J Hood, this guy is the reason why I started doing videos, comic book videos. When I first got into YouTube, I was really good at gaming. One of the best Xbox gamers, one of the most feared gamers of all the land. Here's Captain Strangelove. I'm dropping him in the chat right now. And I got to 2,000 subs during my first year, maybe 1,600. I might be doing a tall tale. But, man, I was hot. 9th place in the world at GTA 4 Online at one time. 3rd place in the world at Gears of War 2. I don't even remember the game mode. Guardian, I think it was. One of the fastest hands on the trigger in Red Dead Redemption 2. You've seen the Red Dead Redemption XP guide. You've seen the GTA 4 Shimp Howard's top secret boost. I mean, these are the things of legendary. And then after that, I was getting those 4 figures, those 4,000, 5,000, 1,000s, all that. Then I started doing the Great Chef Show, the cooking channel. Again, all 4-figure views. 4,000s, 1,000s, 5,000s. The very first Klobosnik video in the YouTube, out of all of YouTube, out of every single YouTube video, you go type in Klobosniks, the very first video by the date that it came out, that it was created on, was from the Great Chef Show, all a part of the Great Legend Show. Now, when I started losing views, it was when I joined the comic book community. But no disrespect to the comics or the pop culture, because that was one of my loves. That was one of my hobbies. Let me keep checking the rest of the chat. You are getting me on a good night because the Sailor Jerry's popping and the rhymes are dropping like I was listening to my main man, all better. You got to talk to the music chatter. He'll tell you about some music. He'll tell you about some tunes. So turn on your headset and open up your room to the rhymes, and the music that this man talks about is none other. One of the greats. Los in the house, Odele, my friend. Tell it like it is. Bob World in the house, one of the best. Another one of the stalwarts of the community. When I say stalwarts, I'll talk about the people that are older than me, the ones that got more knowledge than me, my mentors, my personal mentors, that I learn, how to be a better person, learn how to be a better collector. Like Reaper Tate 728. I mean, if more people would watch his videos, they wouldn't be making the mistakes they're making today. Now, I know I'm not trying to judge anybody, but you go to the websites, you listen to the Diamond previews. I mean, God, I could go on and on and on and on about how people make the stupidest decisions when they're picking up comic books. Because Diamond previews, they're funded big time. If y'all didn't know this, I've talked to Troy. I know the shit they be doing with Diamond Previews magazine and the Diamond website and all the YouTube channel. I mean, Marvel's paying them some big money, and Marvel's telling them what to put on their catalog, that that previews magazine you get all the time. So you're going to get a lot of Absolute Carnage. You're going to get a lot of House of X. You're going to get a lot of mutant stuff, because that's what Disney and Marvel wants you to get. And what Disney and Marvel wants you to get, a la hashtag Baby Yoda. Am I right? Baby Yoda, is that trending right now? Why is it trending? Because they knew it would trend. Because they knew it's something that would suck y'all's minds dry, and that's all the shit you're talking about. Even though my main man Chad Ramsden, he has the same power I do. You look 5 seconds into the future. That's why a lot of the rhymes and a lot of the lingo comes out so damn good as it does. And you could see shit. You could pick apart shit. You can look through the lines of this digital reality that we live in, and you can find stuff that you would have never thought you could have found before. But the thing is, you got to open up your mind to that. It's kind of like when Morpheus gave Neo the good shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to open up your mind first, and when you've opened the mind, when that veil has been lifted, you'll see it all for what it is. So Mandalorian's basically the good, bad, and the ugly. It's a damn fucking Western. Just put a damn Boba Fett mask on Clint Eastwood, and then you got the Mandalorian. And then throw Baby Yoda in there for all the cutesy and ooh, ah, Disney, yay. And then you're going to get some multi-million-dollar bullshit. All right, so we got Bob World. Great to see you, Bob. Sorry for that long intro. Put the fucking Mandalorian mask on Bob World, and he goes shooting the shit out of some people. We got Double S, man, one of the best. Man, I love seeing this guy because he's my champ. This guy's working out, getting big, getting strong because he's going all night long. Scott Farr, man, one of the best. The modern variant business going on isn't any different than back in the day. Glow-in-the-dark covers, the die-cut covers, lenticular, It is. It's all about selling books. It's gimmicks, basically, right, Scott? It's like, you put a gimmick on it. You shine that shit up real good and you shove it up people's ass sideways and they're going to holler for the dollar because that's what they think is going to make them $1 million. So, same shit, different day. And then, of course, they all go and CGC or CBCS it. And then they try to make more money off it. Which they can because the current day collector hasn't been watching Reaper Tape. They hadn't been watching Captain Strangelove. So they're making the dumbass decisions that the great legend made in 1990s, overpaying for wall books when, Death of Superman ain't worth nothing now. Metarog, one of the No Faces chat. Great to see Metarog here. Man, just a lot of kick-ass people in the fucking chat tonight. Man, Sleepy Reader, there's another guy. He will dissect a story. Like he'll read a trade. By the way, people, read some trades, man. You don't have to be the first in line to get that hot single #1 issue. Read some trades, and he'll dissect the story for you. Stacy's Fat Sack. Stacy's another guy. Like I say, I don't watch a lot of these videos, but one thing Chad said a long time ago, one guy may have 140 people watching his channel because he talks about top 10s, he talks about spec, talks about bullshit. But bullshit is what drags the sheeple, the sheep. The sheep come and they like grazing on the bullshit because it's easy for them, but they don't see between the lines of reality. And one thing is, I know every single person in this chat room right now, whereas a lot of these big mega channels don't know that shit. Sam's Tangle Web, he knows what it's all about. Be very careful what you're saying about slabbing. That's right. Well, TJ, I got 70, 80 slabs. You know what I'm saying? I got some slabs. I ain't going to be slabbing no bullshit, though. I'm going to be slabbing that Wiz Comics #2, that FF #1, that FF #48, which I don't know what the grade is. I don't know what most of my grades are. I just don't give a shit. But I slab them for protection. I lied. My FF48's a 9.4. Just saying. But you buy that stuff years ago. Why did I buy that stuff? I'm a Fantastic Four fan. So I'm going to buy a lot of Fantastic Four. I'm not going to buy it because the guy's in a movie, and I'm not going to try to make a quick buck on some dumb F-U-C-K, on some dumb fuck. I'm not going to try to do that. I'm not trying to rip people off here. Red Guardian, he's in the new Black Widow movie. People are going to get that shit graded, and they're going to try to make a little money on the flip side. That's all good. You want to be a flipper, go swim with the dolphins. Like, damn, who was it? Who was Rifleman, TJ? You got that big log cover. Chuck Connors. Go be flipper with Chuck Connors. I ain't flipping shit. I sell good reads, and that's about it. But that's teach their own. But what I see is today as modern flippers, I really think about some of the people that scammed me and ripped me off as a teenager when I went to the comic book store. I kind of see those dirty sellers that used to screw people. I kind of see them as current day flippers. Kind of bullshit. But some people look out for the community. Some people offer Legends Truth to the community. Other people offer bullshit to the community. But tonight I'm going to give you some Legends Truth on the COPPA. I'm getting a little off track here. Who Dat Comics? He knows a good book. He'll also sell you some good shit too. And unlike all the people that rip you off, he's going to give you 10% off. So if you do want some Red Guardian, check with Who Dat, because he gets all those spec books. Me, I don't spec. Well, I don't really give a shit. DS Comics, now he's another guy. He's a little younger guy, I think. He likes flipping some books. Now, granted, he be flipping them because he knows better. He's flipping the bullshit to get the good shit, a.k.a. the golden age, if you know what I'm saying. Or, whatever his likes are. So, DS, keep flipping that shit. All right, man. What's flipping? Yeah, he flipping like a damn flipper out of a damn dolphin show. But anyway, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, man, FF48, it's a good book. It's Silver Surfer. I love the cosmic stuff. Not as much as some of the other fans out there. I like when the Fantastic Four stay on Earth and do stuff on Earth. Now, I know this video may get some thumbs down because I'm speaking the truth tonight. And the truth is, there's some comic stuff that I really enjoy, the stuff that I really learn stuff about. I'm not really interested in making money with comics. I invested $5,000 into Bitcoin. I sold that investment of $5,000 when the Bitcoin was worth $25,000. So I made $20,000. I do buy stocks. I'm big time. I buy iRobot. Now I know iRobot, the Roomba, got a little shit going on. Trumpety, 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 dumpety, humpety. He's got the bullshit, what is it they call? Tariffs? Kind of fucking me a little on the Roomba. But Roomba's moved some of their production line to Malaysia. I think it was Malaysia. So things are going to start picking up. Uber, okay. CEO did some dumb shit. Price went down a little bit. But you got Uber Eats, you got Uber this, you got Uber that. They delivering all kind of shit. So I'm going to make that money back in time. What's another one I got to tell y'all about? Something called Albemarle. Albemarle, I think it's ALB or ALM. They do lithium batteries. Y'all know Elon Musk? Everyone knows Elon. Elon loves the new shit. You shine it up. Buy the shit like the sheeple the millennials are. Oh, sorry if we got any millennials. My bad. But my brother's one of them, and he does want to get one of those no Elon trucks. So he's a perfect example of one of the millennials, that like get sucked into the sheeple mentality. But that's fine, because those lithium ion batteries are going to be powering that bullshit truck you want to buy. So, bro, if you're watching, buy one of them trucks. I don't give a fuck. But that's how it is. So remember COPPA. This is 18 and up, 13 and up, whatever you want to call it. So I'll go ahead and quit cussing and get on into the good shit. But, what was sucky was it was bad to see Howler, debating whether or not should he close his channel down. Should JC Seiji close his channel down? Should Captain Strangelove close his channel down? My answer to them, and I'm a fanboy of theirs. I'm a mark for theirs. Not Mark BKR. I love Mark too, but I'm kind of a fan of theirs, and I don't want to see them shut their channel down because I feel like a person like me and like all their fans, their multitude of thousands of fans, they would lose out on the knowledge these elderly guys have. Same with Mike. Same with Reaper Tate. Same with Hoodat, even though Hoodat's younger than me. I think Hoodat is a damn millennial. God damn Hoodat. Why couldn't you be born in 1977, brother? Sleepy Reader, DS Comics. Actually, DS is kind of like an older mind in a young person's body. He is pretty sharp. And he's a good guy. I mean, he's in a cell. I mean, all these people in the chat are not going to rip you off. I mean, these are probably some of the best people I've ever met in the world. I mean, they're way better than real life people I met. Real life people, you could smell the bullshit on them. You know what I mean? Well, we got something. Something just popped up. There you go. Coach Vic. Oh, yeah, Coach Vic. Coach Vic, man. That's one of my boys. That is one of J Hood Creative's all-stars on his all-star podcast, man. You take out Coach Vic. Coach Vic, baby. Sorry I'm cussing a little bit. I'm a Christian, but I cuss a lot. So, God's going to slap the shit out of me when I get to heaven. Probably when I get through the pearly gates, he'll slap the shit out of me a couple times. But yeah, Coach Vic, really great mind, and he's getting into the comics and stuff, which is awesome. And that's the thing. J Hood Creative's knowledge is getting all of his real life friends into the hobby, which is really good. It's really all depends on who you surround yourself with, basically, and you want to be steered in a good direction. I mean, some of these flashy, hot channels, okay, they're going to give you the cool-looking thumbnails. I know I'm a lazy thumbnail creator. They're going to give you some cool titles. They're going to give you some cool hype. They're going to give you some flashy, God, I can't remember what Bruce Pritchard said, but the funny ha-ha type stuff. They're going to suck you in that way. Whereas I'm just going to tell it like it is and tell you my truth, and that'll hopefully get you to see the light of day. I've seen a lot of different, and let me tell you, Reaper Tate will tell you, I've seen a lot of different shit before. Y'all probably won't believe this, and that's all right. But I've seen reality change before my very eyes. I know y'all may not understand what I'm saying, but I've seen physical matter change before my eyes. I know it's weird, because our five senses, our bodies, we can only see 10% of matter. Where's the other 90%? And you ask yourself that question and, think about that shit. All right, so COPPA. I know I'm dragging, and I don't want to drag because Comic has this channel on this show on Tuesday night called Golden Guys, and they go over Golden Age comic books. They'll talk about artists that meant something to the Golden Age. They'll talk about stories that came out in the Golden Age. I'm talking like 30s, man. The old school pulp, great sci-fi, great pre-code horror. All kind of kick-ass stuff. So y'all need to check out Comic. I do have the link to subscribe to the Comic in the video description below. They have live shows Monday through Friday. All kinds of stuff. I don't know if they have any spec shit, but they've got modern books. Modern men go review some of the greatest modern reads that comic book history's ever known from the 1980s to today. Golden Guys talk about Golden Age books. Wednesdays is called The Greatest Show on Earth, where they just I don't know, I've really never watched it, but they say it's pretty good. Thursday is Outside the Issues. This Thursday they got a show before Outside the Issues called Between Two Nerds. It's kind of a play on Between Two Thirds with Zach Galifianakis, but these two nerdy guys, Discovery Bay Comics and JD Comics, are going to be interviewing this comic book guy that made something called Magnus. I don't know what Magnus is. It sounds like some Valiant from the 90s that I'm not really into. And Friday's Comic Off the Rails. So that show is a phenomenal show. And it's kind of like Legends Truth, where we just pick topics and go over all kind of stuff. Me, Kat Wren, Mark BKR, the Superstar, Carson Woodard, CW19, and Chad, the main man who put it all together. One of the best. But COPPA here is something that's coming out. I've talked a lot about on Legends Truth about data and data privacy and how Facebook takes your damn data. And a lot of you fall for the bullshit. I'm going to tell you, don't fall for the bullshit. The 10-year thing, the 10-year challenge. You took a picture of yourself from 10 years ago, from 2009. You took a picture of yourself today in 2019. You look 10 years uglier, okay? So you took that picture. And what that basically did was it gave Facebook an easy-ass algorithm for aging. I was going to say something else, but I forgot my shit I was going to say. But basically, what you're doing is you're given an easy way of taking one picture and then from your 10 years ago, and then another picture 10 years later. And when you put them side by side, it just makes a lot of things easier for Facebook, for facial recognition, and especially for aging recognition of that facial recognition of a 10-year span. So they started the bullshit, you fell for the bullshit, and you're giving more data, you're giving more bullshit to Facebook and to this digital reality that we live in. Simple. The old people app, Face app. You didn't read the fine print of that Russia people that made that shit. They have every right to use that photo. So when you wanted to become a 10-year-old or an 80-year-old grandpa, they have every right to use that photo, compare it with your current photo, put it with the old-ass photo. Now you're in the damn Russia database. So don't ever travel to Russia. Well, if you do, they'll welcome you with open arms because they know your IP address and they know your name and they know what you look like. So you fucked up there. Another reason you fuck up. Facebook, set your profiles to private. Don't set them to public, because if you set them to public, you done fucked up. They have a great movie called The Great Hack. Trump had the most money in last year's election. Now, I'm not a Trump fan. I voted for Hillary. Fucking kill me. Who gives a shit? God's the one that, has the fate and everything. So Trump was the guy that won. Who gives a shit? Whatever. All right, so basically he had the most money, so he paid Cambridge Analytica, make some algorithms to make him some money, make some algorithms to make him win the damn election. And what they did was they took all the public profiles, the people that were undecided, because you can put Democratic or Republican in your public profile. Of course, a lot of morons do put Democrat or Republican. And what they do is they took the ones that were voting down the middle and they created the Crooked Hillary ad that a lot of you saw. and, you know, they did a lot of pro-Trump stuff. And the race was so close, you know, down the line. But by Cambridge Analytica doing that and Trump putting out that big money to get that data and all that stuff, the Facebook data, that won that guy the election. So be a lot smarter with how you treat your own data. Let's go to YouTube. Were they smart when they were protecting data? Nah, they fucked up. Because what they were doing was, imagine this. You got YouTube kids, or you got young kids that are watching videos that are highly colorful. They have a lot of damn loud noises like, hey, pear, hey, pear, hey, pear. I'm annoying orange, yeah. Yeah, marshmallow, marshmallow. You know, a lot of fucking annoying voices, you know, shit like that. A lot of Fortnite gamers, you know, doing those stupid kind of voices like that. It sucks young people in. They like a lot of colors. They like a lot of funny ha-ha. They like a lot of bullshit. They like a lot of things that come at their eyes where it changes their visuals, you know, where they get sucked into something. So what YouTube did, they jumped right on that shit because they started putting ads targeting people that were 12 years old and under. So when a 12-year-old or say an 8-year-old was watching some EvanTube, you know, that little kid that his parents probably forced him to make YouTube videos, him and his sister. It's one of those family channels, but basically it is the parents whoring out the kids, kind of like Marvel whored out Wolverine in the 70s, where Ben Grimm was the fan favorite, 1960s all the way up to Hulk 181. Wolverine comes out, Marvel whores Wolverine out, Wolverine becomes that fan favorite. When before, it was Ben Grimm. I'm not going to lie. If you got Silver Age books like myself, I do have every Fantastic Four issue that has ever been written in my collection. I know. Ben Grimm was plastered all over the place. Posters, shirts, sweatshirts, whatever, man. Ben Grimm was the guy. And then Wolverine came along, fucked everything up, kind of like New Mutants 87. Deadpool fucked everything up, and then now he's the fan favorite, you know. But Sam's Tingled Well will tell you Spider-Man never dies. Never dies. And what that is, people, that's marketability. And even in the old school, that's how they marketed shit. In the digital reality, if you've watched They Live with Roddy Piper, you've seen shit as a different light. I mean, John Carpenter, you know, back in the day, he already showed you what it was like in today's times. Once, you know, internet cookies. It's just like putting on the shades, looking up at the buildings, looking up the signs, looking up the magazines. They're going to tell you what to do. They're going to tell you what to buy. They're going to tell you how to act. They're going to tell you how to think. And that's what the government's trying to do to you right now. Of course, we have to comply or they're going to shut our YouTube channels down. Oh my God, what will we do without social media? Right? But the thing is not to be afraid. You know, don't play into the bullshit. Be smart. That's the thing. Be smart. Think about what you upload. Think about what you do so you don't get screwed and you don't get tattooed. How'd you like that rhyme? You only get it here because I see 5 seconds ahead of time. It's like Real Player. Y'all remember that? Real Audio. You know, back in the day when we had 56K and the shit was buffering. Well, while that shit buffered, I could already tell what the people were going to say before they said it while the damn shit was loading. And that's kind of how this brain works. And it's a fucking power I wouldn't change for anything. I wouldn't, you know, change it for 1 million or 5 million subscribers because it's a God-given gift that I have to inspire and to tell you the legend's truth. And sometimes I tell you God's truth. You know, when we do get biblical on the channel, I'll lay down the verses. You know, so what YouTube did, though, let's get back to it. I'm on a rant here, and I got to get this thing done before Golden Guys. Actually, you know what? Watch Golden Guys on the rewind. Normally, I'm a man that gives back to the community, but tonight I feel I want to go into business for myself. So if you don't want to watch Comic Core, fucking A, man. Watch the best. Watch the very first guy that was on the first group live show. Watch the guy that was the very first Solo live show. Watch the guy that won Comic Uno's back-to-back live show of the year of the comic book community in 2013 and 2014. The Great Legend Show. I mean, I still got some rhymes. Man, yeah, y'all still got the times. But, so YouTube, imagine this. 8-year-old watching some EvanTube, watching some Chadtronic. He's another one that does these videos. A lot of cutaways. You know, have you ever seen it like people do these cutaways where you're like talking and then all of a sudden you're over here like a camera cut, you're still talking and shit like that. It's just a damn gimmick to get people over. You know, all that's ever got me over was this voice and this beanie, and that's the goddamn truth. God knows what I'm talking about because he's the one that puts the words in the mouth. So, I mean, what are you going to do, right? So, imagine an 8-year-old watching EvanTube. EvanTube's talking about the newest Hot Wheeled racetrack. And it's so cool, and it does loop-de-loops and all kind of shit. So, before the video, there's a targeted ad to this little 8-year-old that's watching EvanTube. It's a clickable ad. When you click on the ad, it's going to take you to Walmart.com or Amazon.com. And it is going to take you to where you can automatically click Buy Now. If the parent, aka the same kind of parent that has their Facebook profiles on public, they're probably lazy enough to have autofill on their credit card information in their web browser. You know, those stupid shits I was telling you about. So the kid hits Buy Now. A couple days later, especially if it's Amazon Prime, 2-day free shipping. They got a damn racetrack to their door. Hey, who bought this? You know, typical dumb bullshit. But anyway, so YouTube finally got caught for targeting 12 and under children with their ads. AKA selling the child data to the highest bidder. Like I told you, Cambridge Analytica sold their services to Donald Trump. I think it's only cost him $66,000 as well. If you watch The Great Hack on Netflix, you can read all about that and figure out how anything you post on Facebook. I used to be friends with this guy up in Canada. He had some issues. You know, we all have issues. You know, people anywhere. You know, I don't want to give too much information away, but these people were basically on Facebook talking about how depressed they are, talking about, you know, giving Facebook all this information of things that went on in their daily lives, to where the artificial intelligence of Facebook could write up a psychological profile just by the status post those people put down on Facebook. And then what do they do with that psychological information? Well, they're going to serve you a nice group of targeted ads on the right side of your web browser, so you'll be most inclined to click on more bullshit and buy more bullshit that you don't need. Same thing with the comic book community, you know, whereas spec book here, spec book there. I really do like watching auctions, though, where, like, I look at a book and I was like, what the fuck is this book? What are you doing? And they're selling like a slab, and I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, why would someone want to buy this? When you could take out this and read that shit digital on Marvel Unlimited or DC Universe app. But it is a good way to get rid of some shit, to buy some Golden Age, or to buy, like, you know, the stuff you want to buy. Like, sure, I've got a crap ton of books to sell, man. I've got some Sons of Anarchy by Boom Studios, which was a great freaking read, by the way. And, you know, low print runs, so they may sell. I got some Thundercat Funkos that are vaulted. You know, I could probably make about $400, $500. And what will I do with that money? Well, I'm probably going to buy some Dark Shadows or some Jonah Hex comics. I know. They're not like first appearances, or they're not movie spec books, but I like them, you know? Fucking A, who don't like Jonah Hex, right? Who don't like Barnabas Collins? He's hanging on my wall right there, right? Jonathan Frid, represent, right? So, YouTube fucked up. YouTube got fined for every video that the FTC caught. Each video got fined like $42,000, and they charged YouTube all that money because, you know, it was YouTube's fault basically. Now with the new COPPA rule, well, COPPA's always been around since 1998. YouTube just weren't following the rules. And FTC caught them on it, called them out on it. The Children's Online Privacy and Protection Act. Now listen to me. Listen. I'm all for protecting children's privacy. My question is, where's the AOPPA? Where the fuck is the Adult Online Privacy Protection Act? Where the fuck's our privacy? You know? I still don't have a VPN so they could read me like an open book if they decided to take a look. Look, rhymes. What are you going to do? You know what? I haven't checked out how many viewers I got here. 20 fucking viewers? Oh my God. I have not hit 20 in a long fucking time. I'm good to break over 10. Now back in the day I had 30, 40, 50. On an auction I might have 70. Sometimes even 140. When we were doing that, what was that auction we did for all them old cats? Hero Initiative. Good people. Good people. Comic Core was Hero Initiative's, pretty much, we were Hero Initiative's exclusive interview panel, if that even makes any sense. So we got to interview everyone from Hero Initiative. And even the guy over at Diamond, old Troy at Diamond Previews, he was getting pissed because we were getting all of them. Peter Tomasi, Marv Wolfman, Joe Staten, Jeff Lemire, the dude that played Jonah Hex in the Legends of Tomorrow show. Oh my God, dude. We had all these famous like creators and stuff. So all the younger YouTubers that were with me, you know, all my young bucks, dude, they were salivating at the fact that they got to sit with these freaking legends of comics. Man, it was awesome. Me, I've sat in the chair before. I'm a legend myself. So it didn't really bother me none. I just had a lot of fun. None, fun, rhyme. Count it up, baby. How many rhymes has this been? Damn. And y'all ain't seen nothing yet. All right, let me check the chat because we got some new people up in here. Keep doing the voice. What, you want that? Yeah. No, that's that guy. My kids love when I do that orange thing. A lot of coffee tonight, man. A lot of Sailor Jerry, too. Ooh, Marvel 2-in-1. Metarog. All right. I do have a shit ton of Marvel 2-in-1 variants. I'm just saying. I had to have them. That was a great freaking read, man. It was like it was kind of like a prequel to, we knew Fantastic Four was coming back. Oh my God. It was the greatest thing Marvel's ever done because I don't really read Marvel unless it has to do with Fantastic Four. I just don't fall into the bullshit anymore. Anymore. Another rhyme. Chalk it up. All right, so yeah, Metarog, dude. I've got Chad, help me out. Is it 21 to 26 I need of Weird Western Tales Volume 1? I think I need 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. I think I need 6 more issues. And I'll have that whole run. I've got Jonah Hex Volume 1, the whole run. I do want to get a high-grade slab. I want to get a TJ Slab Dragon Watson slab of Jonah Hex number 1. Maybe a 9.6, 9.8, I don't know. 9.4, 9.2, 9.0. Something very fine and up. But, dude, that would be sick. Because the one I have now is about a 4.0. It could use a good pressing. It looks pretty good, but I think it has a little moisture damage. So I need to get that pressed. But Barbarian Kung Fu, one of the best. He's got a lot of knowledge. Barbarian and Scott Hall, a.k.a. Mr. Carroll, they were live last night. I didn't catch them because, guys, Batwoman, Ruby Rose, that shit is superb if you're not watching Batwoman on CW. And I had to get caught up on Riverdale. I know, Riverdale. I mean, I think I just watch it because it's so shitty. I'm like wondering, can it get any better? But thankfully, Season 1, it was kick-ass. 2 and 3, stupid. Season 4, kick-ass. DS, DS, man, DS is just killing it out there. Y'all got some Red Guardian. I know y'all got some Red Guardian. Y'all got to sell that Red Guardian. Citizen Kane, Swamp Thing of Citizen Kane compared to Man Thing. Dude, Citizen Kane on DC Universe was excellent. Music Chatter, big time pre-code horror fan himself. The Mastodon! I didn't fall victim to that. Every time I saw someone post, I just shook my head. Sorry, Legend, I'm more of a Blasted or Statue fan myself, no offense. You dick. Ben Graham is the man. Yeah, he has got that quarter, 1/4 sideshow over there. It's my only 1/4 sideshow. Exclusive. I got the head with the teeth, and you pull the head out, and you put the head with his mouth closed. I wish he'd have the cigar in with the mouth closed, though. Scott Connor. What's up, Scott Connor? You're from the Lost Generation, ain't you, Paul? Is Paul up in here? Midwest? Golden Age. One of the best. You watch Midwest, you're going to learn some stuff. Out of all of the Golden Age guys, lately on Golden Age guys, they look at the prices of the books. I know, prices are good, but I want to hear more about those stories. So Midwest Comic Man breaks down the stories, especially, what was it, Forbidden Planet or Lost Planet, where you go over the old Golden Age, almost like pulp style radio fiction or radio shows. I could just imagine Buck Rogers pooting along in a little jetpack. But anyway, so COPPA. What YouTube has done, they've given us a choice to, 3 choices actually. You could set all your videos to adults only. You can set all your videos to kids only. And then there's a little option in the middle where you can set them to, choose by video. Now, what I've done at first, and to do this, you go to the gear icon. Let me check it real quick. You click up at the upper right-hand corner of your channel. You can go to YouTube Studio. If you click on your profile picture or whatever you have, I need to change mine because they got that circle gimmick. Everyone's going circle jerk on it now. When I used to like the square avatar or the picture. And then you can go to, where is it at? You can go to something called settings. There's a little area called settings. You can go to the advanced settings under channel, and you can pick your audience. I set mine as no. Set this channel is not made for kids. I never upload content that's made for kids. So that's what I have currently. So every new video that I upload is going to be set to adults only. Saves me a lot. I need to go ahead and get this thing finished as soon as I can. By all means, if you want to watch this, come back, watch me on the rewind. Go watch Golden Guys. They're about to go live on the Comic Core. Video link, or the link to the videos in the description below. Check them out. They've got a great show. Low show, another rhyme. Chalk another one up for the good guy here. But how did the legend get over, basically? What was some of the cheap gimmicks the legend used to get over? Well, my kids, oldest primarily, who's now 15, got that learner's permit. Oh, he ain't driving my car, though. He's driving his mama's car. We did Skylanders and Disney Infinity. So I will need to go back through my video history, all 600 so videos. I mean, it won't take me that long because I'll be able to scroll and tell. If I played a video game like this, let me see if this is on the screen because I don't have the screen up. If I played something like this, which is E for everyone or 10 and below, I need to put this to kids only. Am I going to lose comments? Yes. Am I going to lose stuff with the fans? Yes. But my Skylanders videos and Disney Infinity videos, they're so old anyway, it doesn't really matter. Let me see. Do I have a monitor capture? Yes, I do. It's over there. There's my chat, but it's the wrong monitor. Let's go ahead and drag. I'm going to put something over there for you people. Damn, I just made something smaller here. Whoa, things are going crazy. All right, let me be professional. Let me put my ugly mug up on the screen. Oh, we do have the chat over here. Sorry, people. We do got the chat over there. I'm reading the chat. I'm just kind of like fading it out for now. I'm having a good night. I'm just kind of fucking pissed because I see a lot of my mentors, a lot of people I love to watch on YouTube, they're, dealing with this, and, they're like, should they delete their channel? Should they not? And I've thought about deleting my channel a crap ton of times because there's really, I've showed you a lot of comic book stuff before, Let's throw this one up. I've showed you tons of comic book stuff. We've done a lot of stuff through the years. We've had some good years together on here. I'm not as popular. I'm not as over. I used to be over. I'm not as over as I was. I like my channel page. I like that graphic. Great Legend Show coming at you live. I could put my face right there or something, Because I really think, for me personally, I don't do a lot of thumbnails. I got one here for Red Dead Redemption 2. I got, for some of the video games. But a lot of times, people recognize the Great Legend because it's the guy with the beard and the beanie, So, some of my Legends Truth videos, I do have some thumbnails. But mainly, it's just myself. Great Chef Show, it is what it is, Look at that, 4K views, 4.3K, 1.9, 3.4, 2K, and I haven't done a chef show in a long time. 7 years, I guess, was my last chef show. One Quarter, One Life, another great series. Not a lot of views, not a lot of people play the old games. These are all going to be adults only, because they're retrospective. They're kind of like when I watch Hans, when I watch Mike, Comic Cryptic Castles, when I watch the greats, man, when I watch the old timers, Howler Mouse. I'm talking about my childhood. I'm talking about pop culture as I knew it growing up in the late 70s and the 80s and the early 90s. So I'm adult here. I should take this off because I don't really review wrestling pay-per-views anymore, but those were a lot of fun. Comic book collecting, you had some good views. 26K right there. Like I said, 8 years ago, I used to be over. 9.7K, 3.9K. What the Comic Book was almost a K. My popular uploads down at the bottom, I had 246,000 on this Xbox hard drive video. But a lot of the Skylanders and the action figures. Of course, Movie Maniacs right there. What is that? 83,000 views and all that. That's an adult video, because those are violent figures. Now, these Skylanders, 137,000, 136,000, 85,000. And you ask me, why did I get out of the video game? Why did I get out of that shit, man? I was making $300 a month. It was pretty fucking good. 70K. There's my GTA 4 stuff. Red Dead, Fast Trigger. Universal Monster action figures. Those are fucking awesome. They're still in the package. I actually sold off my Movie Maniacs. And I gave my Leatherface to my buddy Dustin because he's a good kid. But anyway, that's my channel page right there. So yeah, man, I had some good years on YouTube, but it's better now to primarily give back to people. And I know my views aren't great anymore, and I know I got to go back through the Skylanders and the Disney Infinities and change them to kids, and that's fine. I don't have any problem with that because they don't make money anymore. Skylanders is a dead brand. Disney Infinity is a dead brand. Also, any video that I have my kids appearing in the video with me, because they were younger, I got to put those to kids only, because I'm just watching out for myself, But everything else, I'm going to keep it all adult, because that's all you need to do. So I don't want you to be too worried about COPPA. And I know $42,000 sounds like a lot of money, but the channels they're going to be going after, I'm going to show you what they're going to go after. Let's go back in here. And let's take a look at this guy, EvanTube, here. Now, not that I watch this stuff, okay? 6.47 million subs. He's probably made a lot of money. Wow, that kid got old. Look at that kid. So he's gotten a lot older. Or is that the dad? Dude, I think that's the dad. That dude looked pretty jacked. Okay, that's the kid right there. So he's probably older than 13 now. So a lot of these he could probably say adult on. 16 and up, by the way. Look, see how they zoomed in on that 16 plus? But this kid used to be just a little kid, And so, like, when he's got that gummy worm right there, I mean, 139 million. Let's click on it real quick. Okay, see, boom, it's a commercial. Now, see that commercial? You're not going to be able to see it too well. We'll go full screen on it. That Jim U robot in the bottom left corner, that is a product that says ages 8+. So, if this kid doesn't set this video to, this is the kind of shit I was telling you about. Let's click on this. Can we click on this? Can we click on that link down there? Bottom left. I know it's not showing my mouse cursor, but we're going to click the link. This is the shit I was telling you about. Kids are clicking on this kind of stuff. $119. It's in stock. Let me add to cart, right? Add to cart. What else we got here? Damn, this looks like a pretty legit toy here. Does it tell me what age group it is? Well, whoa now. See how it says ages 8+? This is the kind of shit that COPPA's going to fuck somebody on right here. And this is illegal by FTC standards. So that's what I'm trying to show you, okay? Now, when I watch Captain Strangelove, I'm not getting little 8-year-old unicorn robots. Okay, let's do Chadtronic here. 720,000. Not as popular as old Evan Tube. Okay, so look how that you have the pictures and stuff like that, like cursed TV commercials. He makes fun of commercials. Now the thing is, okay, that's an adult kind of ad right there. But if you look at the thumbnail, it's got some of the big colors. How about parents upset over Nintendo DS? Okay, so parents, right? Parents. Okay, so that's an adult commercial. All right, so this guy's kind of watching his shit. But, I mean, look at this. Don't Call Me Names, 1.7 million. Unknown call. Okay, so this guy, I mean, he's got his shit together. All right, so how about this? Ugly Me Making. Okay. Sign up for League of Legends. You can click on the link in the bottom left down there. All right, so Chadtronic. Okay, we got to give it up to him. Very smart guy. However, EvanTube, that kid's got to change his shit, or COPPA's coming after him. So I've got 4.5 thousand. What do I have here? Oh, 4.84. 4.84. I was shortchanging myself a little bit there. You know, I don't know if I doubt I'll ever hit 5,000. I don't speculate on anything. People don't give a shit if you don't spec. I mean, comic book people today want to see speculation. They want to see how they can get rich quick by flipping some books. Okay? Watch Who Dat Comics and Movies. Watch DS Comics. Watch BLC 646. Watch Thoro Kuboro. Watch New York Warriors. Watch some of the auctions, because they sell the books that you want. Or do you really want them? Or are you trying to keep up with the Joneses, like Reaper Tate taught us many years ago? Are you trying to just buy stuff because you see your friends buy it? It's typical social media mind control, basically. Mind control through social media. Go back in the Legends Truth playlist, watch it, familiarize yourself with how digital reality can control your mind to do shit that you probably are better off not doing. And you could save more money buying Weird Western Tales. Now, this 9.2, the great thing about books that other people don't want, that's one that my buddy Israel gave me. That's kind of a bullshit book. I'm not going to show that. This one. This is another character I'm getting into. Plastic Man. That's a PGX 9.2. But, I mean, first off, an old guy, an old dude name's not going to be mentioned, but he said the PGX discount. Always look for a PGX discount. Say you want a very fine to near mint book, but you want to just read it and bag it and board it. Get you a PGX, man. I mean, what the hell? Who gives a shit? You know, it's only the people that tell you not to buy PGX that tell you not to buy PGX, and then you listen to them and you don't buy PGX. But you can get a lot of great finds if you buy PGX. This is a CGC, Weird Western Tales, issue 13, which is the second issue of Volume 2's Weird Western Tales. Or is it Volume 1 Weird Western Tales? No, I think it is Volume 1 Weird Western Tales. Started at issue 12 because issue 11 was Jonah Hex's second appearance. No, issue 11, All-Star Western Volume 2, issue 11, Jonah Hex second appearance in comics, and then 12 was the first Weird Western Tales Volume 1, and this is 13. But dude, 9.2 and near mint minus. I plan on cracking a lot of those books over there. Just to put them in bags and boards and put them in my raw copies so I can read them. But I've been reading a lot of books on Marvel Unlimited, and I've been reading a lot of books on DC Universe. So I'm going to kind of close out the video now. I'm going to check the chat one more time, get some shout-outs to where the shout-outs are due. Mamambo Jajambo! Yeah, we got to quit teaching those peewees about buying the heavy metal. Heavy metal is for people that lived in the 70s. Heavy metal is for people that bought those books in the 70s. Now you got all these young people trying to buy all the cool shit. And the thing is about young people don't haggle. Young people don't try to work a price. They don't try to work a deal. They're paying full price for a book they could have haggled for and probably had about $20, $30, $40 cheaper. But they don't, because they just buy. They don't want human interaction. They don't want to deal with it. So they just pay their big bucks, man. It's so stupid. And for me, a Generation Xer, or for a baby boomer, then we got to fucking pay a little more money because the sellers can get away with selling to the millennials. So millennials, be smarter. Save money. Because when you have kids, you're going to wish you saved money. Creature, another fucking veteran, one of the older guys that I love to watch when I do watch him. A lot of war comics, a lot of Western comics. Actually, if my dad would have kept some of the comics he collected, especially some of the Mad magazines, him and old Morris Minton. Morris Minton, if you're out there, I doubt you would ever even watch this Morris Minton, all the way from Cali now, because you married that girl out in California, and you know she turned you to a fruit and nut. But just saying. Morris Minton, class of 1962. You love Mad Comics, man. If you would have only kept them, you'd be killing it right now, Morris. That's my dad's best high school friend. Fire Davis, good to see you. Barbarian Kung Fu, thank you so much for sticking with me. That's why I'm not the best seller at the auction. I mean, who dat can tell you, I was probably the shittiest seller ever because I had to get rid of just stuff to make room because I'm out of room. I've still got 33% of the room is clean. Oh, thank God. Thank Jesus. But 66% still got shit everywhere. Stacking the books, best way to get the deals. Haggling is where it's at. You got to freaking haggle. I feel old because iPhone Think first came out in 2002, almost 20 years ago. Dude, has it been that long? I never had an iPhone. I always had that Razr, that original Motorola Razr, and I had a Nokia before that. Nokia was no lie. Nokia was a good phone. I had Singular Wireless that they sold out to AT&T. I also had a beeper. My beeper was one of those NEC beepers. Man, it was fucking solid. I left it on the back of my Astro van, though, and drove off and lost it, so I had to cancel it. And, you know, I got fucked on it, but God, the beeper was so cool. 1996. Yeah, my wife used to text me on the beeper when we were courting. During our courting days. God, I miss those times, man. They do. That's why they call me the Brock Lesnar. I don't know where I even started on that, but here's the thing. Comicore, one of the hottest channels on YouTube. I'm going to tell you a little story. Here. A big YouTube channel. A millennial, actually a Gen Zer, you know, little pipsqueak, tried to get Peter Tomasi on his show to do an interview, live interview. Peter Tomasi says, "Oh, okay, are you with the Comic Corps?" The kid goes, "Chad, you want me to give the kid's name?" What the fuck? Amen. Sailor Jerry. Comic Tom 101. I know y'all all subscribe to him. He's got thousands of subs. And you know, if there's 30,000 subs, he's got to be a good channel, right? No, that's kind of a fucking asshole. But anyway. So he tries to get Peter Tomasi. You know, no disrespect. I just don't subscribe to him because I don't learn anything from him. I'm not in the spec game. I read Jonah Hex. I read Dark Shadows. Like a famous YouTuber that I had a falling out with a famous YouTuber. Actually, he's not a famous YouTuber. He's just a good human being. But he said I can't be bothered with that. I love that guy. He hates me, but I love him. So, fuck him. But he used to say I can't be bothered. Some of those channels I just can't be bothered with. There's no disrespect to those channels, but they're not for me. If I want to learn some shit, I'm going to watch Comic Crypto Castle Hills. I'm going to watch Reaper Tate. I watch ETA Nick. Shit, I'll even watch Whodat DS Comics and some of the ones that are closer to my age because they've been there. They've done that. They've made a shit ton of money selling books. But old Tommy, he tried to get the old Peter Tomasi. Phenomenal. If you have not read, I started reading Tomasi in New 52. I've read the Batman and Robin series and the silent issue where Damian Wayne wrote the letter to Bruce Wayne when he died. I was crying my ass off because I have 2 boys myself and so emotional. I got some great stories, you know, and I don't like, you know how people like meet famous people and they're like, "Oh my God, I met this person, blah, 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 blah." I don't give a fuck because I don't care about famous people. They're human beings. So Tomasi said, "You're with Comic Corps?" And then Tom was like, "No, I'm not with Comic Corps." He says, "Well, we're with Hero Initiative and we only do stuff for the Comic Corps." So I thought that was fucking classic. But, I mean, Comic Corps, you know, Mark Wade said, you know, because Diamond, the previews world, you know, sub them up if you want to. They weren't getting no interviews at Baltimore Comic-Con. I mean, we've been over backwards. We talked with Hero Initiative. Of course, me and Edwin, we did the Hero Initiative live auction with every single one of you in the chat. Y'all made that happen. If it wasn't for, like, everyone in the chat. Yeah, right. Simply Incredible Podcast. I see people to say they'll pay whatever. I always make an offer. Always. Who is it? Metropolis. Yeah, I do make offers with them all the time. Used them all the time, and they give me some great, very fine Denier Men. I mean, they're not 9/8. I mean, they're raw copies, but I trust the graders at Metropolis, so I do make offers for, like, very fines. I'm trying to get all my Weird Westerns and Jonah Hexes kind of very fines or higher. Dude, I just love that stuff, man. You know, where is that passion? Where is that love for comic books when you open that comic, when you smell that comic, when you read that comic, when you go back in time, Paper Time Machines, Luther Manning represent. Where is that anymore? Is it all about making money? You know, is it all about slabs? No, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I got about 80 slabs, but it's actually, okay, it's all about that digital. You know me, I know digital reality's bullshit, and they're going to screw us. The world's going to screw us because it's the beast system. If y'all believe in Christianity, you know, Jesus coming back and all that. I mean, the reason why I got out of the Bitcoin was I wanted to fuck Satan over. I wanted to fuck him over one. Because cryptocurrency, the blockchain, that's going to be going on to become the beast system. You're going to get the RFID chip here. You're going to get the RFID chip in your head. Whichever one you want. If you don't believe in Jesus, by all means, get the fucking RFID chip. Get the mark of the beast. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to be here. But that's why I got rid of the Bitcoin. You know, I made 20 grand. You know, I've been there. I've done that. I'm sticking to normal stocks. I'm not really investing in comic books. I'm just finishing it on out. Finishing out the runs that I love. Finishing on out the things that I'm passionate about. Okay, so this is a Sesame Street. It's Harry Monster, Funko Specialty Series. I know it's Sesame Street. I used to watch Sesame Street. I'm a big fan. I don't even know why I'm showing Funkos right now, but look at that. Dude, I wish they'd do a whole line of this. Instead of just one, dude, give me Olive Oil. Give me Bluto. Give me the Seag. Give me Jay Wellington Wimpy. Give me Sweet Pea. Give me Poop Deck Pappy. Give me freaking... Give it to me, brother. You know? I love Popeye. I know the masses don't love Popeye. Give me some Popeye. I do love Popeye comics. I did collect the IDW reprints, so I'm getting off topic. I got issue 1 through 65 of the Popeye Classics. I may go back and get some Popeye Dell, you know, but it doesn't really bother me that much. You know, I don't need as much as I used to. I found out through my comic book collecting years and pop culture collecting years that the older I get, I'm just acquiring so much shit that my kids aren't really going to want. You know what I mean? They're not going to really understand it. Now, maybe if they get into reading, I mean, they better love Fantastic Four, Jonah Hex, or some of the other stuff I have. I mean, it's good. I mean, I like it, but, you know, kids don't always see the same things that the parents see, you know, and the parents like. But, yeah, I mean, COPPA, dude, it's a big deal. But if you just... we're all adults here, you know. I mean, we're talking to other adults. I think the my current analytics. Let me check that out. I'll give you my current analytics. I mean, now years ago, I'm sure young people watched the Skylander videos, but once I quit doing those, I mean, what's my age group? It's all men. I think the only woman that watches me is Cat Wren Figures. And I'll take that because Cat Wren Figures is an amazing woman. And I don't even know where to find stuff. YouTube changes shit all the time. Okay, here's analytics. Let's see. Top video, Universal Monsters action figures. Oh, another top video. Comic book Mylar bags and unboxing. You know, I actually got my Mylar video up about 1 month ahead of Metarog. So people know the legend loves his Mylar. Wow, that's pretty good. Every seed you plant. Top videos for, that was one of my truth videos. That was a great freaking video because it kind of talked a little bit about mind control through social media on a personal basis. And my Borderlands one looks pretty good. Well, they don't have a pie chart anymore. Let's see what the audience says here. Dude, where the hell's the pie chart? Engagement, is that where you find it? No. Reach? I don't know. But anyway, it was people my age. You know what I mean? Revenue. Let's look at my revenue. Holy shit! $8? Wow. That's good. Fucking good. $8. Maybe I have to do more videos and make some more money. $8 a month? Not too shabby. Like I said, it used to be $300 a month, but beggars can't be choosers. But, yeah, it's been a good fucking show tonight, man. Maybe I need to cuss more. Maybe Howler Mouse has it right. Howler Mouse did 3 videos on COPPA. Of course, Howler Mouse is a way smarter guy than I am. As far as, you know, oh, wait a minute. That's not the right place either. But Howler Mouse is one of my idols on here. Oh, Cobra, you just made it in, man. You got to watch the whole video, man. But you may want to mute most of the video because I cuss a lot. Yeah, for comic book channels, COPPA is a non-issue. It really is. I mean, I will probably mark, I used to show SpongeBob, SquarePants, and Penguins of Madagascar. Me and my son reviewed those books. I'm going to tell you another Peter Tomasi in a minute. Because Peter Tomasi, I don't know if he did the interview or not with Tom, Comic Tom, because Tomasi said, you with Comic Core? Because we only do for Comic Core, so that was kind of funny. But hopefully Tom can get Tomasi. You know, hopefully he's successful. Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to say what I was going to say. That's just, I don't want to dog anybody. But some of the bigger channels, like, talk shit about the smaller channels, kind of in the background. That's kind of filtered through, you know, some of the bigger channels, You know, the shit filters through, and some of those big channels actually talk shit about the smaller channels. But let me tell you, when Comic Core interviewed like 30 plus legends in the comic book industry, those mega channels started knocking on the Comic Core's door. Isn't that funny how that works? Yeah. Fucking stupid. Anyway. I mean, we know they're trying to mind control us, you know. I don't give a shit if you have 30,000. People tell me about this channel. I don't even know what it was. I think we met him at Baltimore. He was an action figure channel. Wasn't Area 51. It was a bigger channel. Someone I never heard of because, frankly, I just don't have time to watch YouTube. Anyway, I won't name the name, but I'm talking big time like views. He's kind of scared because he shows action figures. But the thing about it is, most action figures are collectible nowadays anyway, and they're 13 and up. So it's like Macho Head had to say, Kenny, you don't have to worry. Now, like I said, Penguins of Madagascar, SpongeBob, I will change those to kids when I get the chance. And what was funny was the publisher of Plankton, whatever the SpongeBob comic thing, they reached out to me and my son. They offered to send me some free stuff. Ape Entertainment, the guy that does the Sesame Street comics and the Penguins of Madagascar comics for a while, they actually sent me free stuff, signed stuff. Like I said, this was when I was over. It's like 2014 when I was really hot shit. Now I don't do the green screens, although I do want to get one. I don't do the thumbnail gimmicks. I don't do the speculation. I'm not trying to say, buy this book and you'll become a millionaire, because I don't know what the future holds. I don't know what the future holds for myself. You know, I could be dead tomorrow and I can't wait because I'm going to be in heaven enjoying some Dr. Pepper with Jesus. You know what I'm saying? I hope he has it up there. But until then, I'm drinking the Coke Zero. But I'm ready to go when Jesus comes a-calling. But Peter Tomasi, real quick, I've got to go this. I know they're doing Golden Guys right now, but this was funny. I kind of felt stupid. I've never seen Peter Tomasi's face. I've read his shit. I've never seen his face. And it's not shit. I mean, it's phenomenal what he writes. I mean, he's an excellent writer. That Batman and Robin, man, from New 52, like I said, man, got me teary-eyed. Great freaking run there. And he also did the Blackest Night Batman 3-issue series where Dick Grayson is Batman and Robin is Damian. I loved that Blackest Night tie-in. I actually just got done reading that 2 or 3 nights ago. I did finish the Blackest Night 8-issue. Read it on DC Universe app. Freaking phenomenal. Fucking loved it. God, it was just amazing. The whole damn thing. There's more tie-ins I want to read, but I need to read Crisis on Infinite Earths again, because on Comic Core we're going to be doing a Crisis on Infinite Earths review. First 6 issues, then we're going to read issues 7 through 12 to kind of go in with the CW deal. Back to Peter Tomasi. Sorry, I got to get this thing. I got to finish this thing on out. So Peter Tomasi, we are sponsored by New Dimension Comics out of Pittsburgh. They have 7 stores out of Pittsburgh. We had John Engel there, one of the head guys, second in command at New Dimension, and we had books. We had a ton of Golden and Silver Age books that we were selling, and a little Bronze Age, on the Comic Core booth at Baltimore. And Peter Tomasi was over there because he heard about the Core, because Mark Waid said, y'all really got to check out the Comic Core. They don't ask the clickbait questions. That was Mark Waid from Marvel. They don't ask the clickbait questions. They're fans that do this for the love of the comics. And that is all the Comic Core ever wanted to do. First and foremost, Comic Core didn't want to get famous. Comic Core wanted to bring comics, passion, love for pop culture to all the comic book community. And I know there's a shit ton of fucking people in the comic book community, and I know there's a shit ton of people that haven't been on the Comic Core. Many of them may feel left out because they don't have a show on the Comic Core, or blah 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 blah. But we do our fucking damnedest to shout out people in the chat. We do our best to invite people onto the Comic Core. I mean, but the thing about it is with Comic Core, it has just grown so fast. It's hard to keep up with the original goal we had in mind for the Comic Core, which was to have a guest on, interview that guest, make that guest feel like $1,000,000. It's like when Ric Flair wrestled Mike Von Erich. Mike Von Erich, one of the shittier Von Erichs, actually. Well, Chris Von Erich, he had the brittle bone syndrome. But when Mike Von Erich, after David Von Erich died, and Ric Flair came down to the Sportatorium, I think it was Sportatorium, could have been Reunion Arena, quite honestly, here in Dallas, Texas. Mike was so thin, he had the toxic shock syndrome, he had all this stuff, he had lost a step in the ring, but fucking Ric Flair made him look like $1,000,000. And that has always been the goal of the Comic Core, to have people on the show. We want to make that person the superstar. We want to get that person over like Rover, so when they go back to their own YouTube channel, they can take bits and pieces and parts and things they've learned from the Comic Core, and then they could put it on their own channel, and then their channel can become even better than the Comic Core, because the Comic Core doesn't give a shit about subs, fame, subscribers, any of that bullshit. I've told them all along, that shit almost got me a fucking divorce, because I cared more about my own fucking fame than I did my wife and 2 kids. So once the light bulb fucking went off in 2016, and I kind of figured out what social media was really doing to human beings as a whole, 2 and 2 went together, and I figured it all out. So it took me a long fucking time. It took me from 2009 to about 2016 to really get a grasp on what this digital reality and what Satan was fucking doing. That fucking asshole bastard. I fucking hate him. But he's a part of the plan. He's a part of God's plan. He's a part that's going to get fucked in the long run. But anyway, we won't go too religious on you. But Peter Tomasi, he's actually over there. Oh, at this time, by the way, he's not wearing sunglasses. You always see him when he... I don't know what it is. To him, I think when you put the camera on Tomasi, he's got to wear the shades. It's kind of like you put the camera on the legend, you got to wear the beanie. You got to get into that groove. It's kind of like your thing that makes you feel most comfortable. It makes you feel at ease. Even though I could take this off and probably rhyme just as well as anything I've ever done. But so I'm talking Tomasi, and I'm like, someone's giving me the lines. I'm behind the camera. I'm getting everything set up because we're having this guy coming on, Peter Tomasi, pretty soon. It says, "Where's Peter Tomasi? We got to get Peter Tomasi on." I've never seen the guy. I read the books. I don't stalk people on social media as far as like their Twitter accounts. I don't follow a lot of people. Okay, I follow Don Rosa on Instagram, but he's Don effing Rosa, okay? Don effing Rosa. I mean, fuck, right? Peter Tomasi, I don't really follow or any of that kind of stuff. I follow more you people in the chat on Instagram, Twitter, and all the other gimmicks than I do like these celebrities, these writers and artists and all the hoopla and the bullshit. I do follow Colin Bunn, though. Six Gun. Brian Hurt. Follow Brian Hurt. The Damned. Six Gun. Love those guys. But yeah, like I said, Jimmy Palmiotti. I mean, him and Justin Gray, they shouted me out. They watched my Jonah Hex All-Star Western reviews. They actually follow me, which I thought was fucking kind of cool. These guys following the great legend. Well, what took you so long, right? But anyway, Tomasi's just digging through the fucking books. I didn't even know it was Tomasi. And then finally, one of them said, that this is funny. That's Tomasi right there. They're trying to whisper to me, that's Tomasi right there. And then I just go over and introduce myself and say, "Man, I'm so sorry. I don't follow like faces. I don't do faces well, but I know your work." And I told him, that one book made me cry and it was really good. And I didn't get all into his shit because he's buying some books from us, So we're trying to make that money for New Dimension. So I thought that was kind of funny and kind of cool at the same time. But when they did interview him, when the Corps did interview him, he put his shades on, so that was kind of cool. We had a lot of fun like that, though. It was a lot of good times, but never be afraid to, chat with these people. But it was fucking funny. The legend behind the camera was like, "Where's Peter Tomasi? We got Tomasi coming." And then homeboy, I don't know who it was. Tomasi's over there. He's looking at books. And then I talked to him a little bit. Not too much. It's kind of like when we got in Baltimore. And, we got in like 2 or 3 hours before the con because we had exhibitor passes. We're setting up the booth and everything. And me and Don Rosa, we were just in the middle of chatting, and I can tell I was chatting with Don Rosa about 15 minutes. I didn't get any of the shit on camera because it was casual. Like I said, we're human fucking beings here. We're just normal humans, So, and I've talked to Don before in Dallas, by the way. So I told him, I could tell he was wanting to go get his golden age. He loves the atomic age, a little after the superhero stuff. He loves those Dells and all that. So, I said, okay, well, I'll see you later, Don. I'm going to come by and have you sign a book for me. And then, that was that. And then I saw him the following day. I got him to do a cool sketch for me on Saturday. Anyway, I'm going too long. But don't ever be afraid of these famous people. I met Adam West. That was great. I talked to him about, not there because he had already passed away, but meet these people, ask them great stuff, and try to gauge a little conversation with them. I asked Adam West, how was it like working with the Three Stooges? Remember that old Three Stooges Western movie? Fucking classic. I didn't even ask him about the Batman shit. I already seen that shit. I wanted to know about what he felt about working with the Stooges, because I love the Three Stooges. But anyway, Legend's sticking around. I just got to get my lazy ass in gear and do my videos. Set those old Skylander videos, Disney videos, any videos that have my sons in there. I need to set those to the children's thing, because I don't want to fuss. I don't want to fight with the FTC or any of the bullshit. But like I said, they're going to be going after them big channels. That's where the money is, the big channels. That I don't make a lot of money on YouTube anymore. I don't make $300 a month like I used to. I mean, I'm just not over like that. I mean, my videos are a lot different. Chad, always we bring this up. I'm the Brock Lesnar of the Comic Corps. You got people that do nightly fucking live shows. You got people that do weekly live shows. And now, granted, I do love being on Off the Rails on Friday night because it helps me stay current. And plus, I got to talk about some of the new shit I've read during the week because I don't do a lot of videos on the Great Legend Show like I used to. So, is Brock Lesnar going to wrestle on Monday Night Raw? Is he going to wrestle on SmackDown? Goddamn well he ain't going to wrestle on NXT. Brock Lesnar wrestles once a month on the pay-per-view. So, the Legend comes out once a month to do some kick-ass shows, some kick-ass beats, some kick-ass rhymes to get people off their 2 fucking feet. That's how I roll with it, man. I'm not whoring myself out like 1973 Hulk 181. I don't know if that was the year it came out or not. I don't own that book. I'm not a big Wolverine fan. I watch the movies, but just because everyone and their dog has Hulk 181 doesn't mean I'm going to go get Hulk 181. I got Wiz Comics #2 and FF #1. That's my shit. I don't care about Deadpool. I'm not even really a big fan of mutants. I know X-Men people kill me. Cast the Stone. I'm not a big mutant fan. The cartoon was cool, but the Legend wants to tell each and every one of you to have your own minds. Don't be manipulated by shit you see on social media. Don't be manipulated or, don't fall for a lot of stuff that you may see other YouTube channels doing. Don't be jealous of other YouTube channels. That's one thing that's really hard. And I think the way society is today, and with how many likes you get on a picture, or does this guy got more followers than you? I think a lot of the millennials do look at that kind of stuff. And when I say millennials, I say people younger, younger than myself. I do think they kind of like, that's what society wants them to do, because it's all about that me culture, you know, when it shouldn't be. It should be about giving back. It should be about telling others, you know, like what you love, what you grew up with, what has life, you know, what has your race of life, what has it taught you, how has it taught you to be a better human being, you know? Do you want to like text people, or do you want to look at someone in the face, smile, and tell them, hey man, it was great talking to you today. It was great speaking with you today. I really appreciate you. Thank you for coming in my place of business today, you know? Or is it just let's get on and text and do the same old bullshit, you know? So keep all that in mind. Like I said, don't be afraid of the COPPA. Just be honest with the content you create, and just look at yourself in the mirror, and you're the best judge of your own content. So do what you love. You know, my main man, I wish you'd come back, Tom. We love you so freaking much, Tom. Hippies Collectibles. You can find him on Facebook. He'll occasionally do some Facebook stuff, but he always says collect what you like, love what you collect, you know. Collect what you like. Don't collect what the big mega channels collect. You know, they got a new Green Lantern out. Buy that book. Buy that book. It's going to be worth a lot of money. You know what? If you don't like that shit, if you are more of a Alan Scott or Hal Jordan or Jon Stewart, don't buy the bullshit. Collect what you like, because you are the best judge of your very own self. And then you will, in the end, you'll love what you collect. And if you don't love what you collect, you're probably not going to buy that item anymore. You know what I mean? I still buy peanut butter Captain Crunch to this day because I fucking love the taste. I mean, it's crunchy. It doesn't get it soggy like other cereals. And it's got that awesome peanut butter fucking flavor. You know, one day I will show my Captain Crunch Funko. And I got a Fred Hembeck sketch card of Captain Crunch himself. I mean, I love that shit. As Vince Kennedy McMahon would say, it's good shit, pal. But on that note, man, Scott Connor, Creature, thank you so much, Creature, for the kind words. Always enjoy you being here, brother. Scott Connor, love the Mylar. You probably saw the old Mylar video. Comic Core Crew definitely put me and Biggie over when he guessed it. It was cool, yeah, man. I mean, the Mega Power Hour on Friday nights, I mean, if I wasn't on the Comic Core off the rails, I wouldn't watch the Comic Core. I would watch the Mega fucking Power Hour. Because Drew Manchu talks too much. Don't tell him I said that. That's good shit, pal. Air Spider 23, that's any genre or medium, dudes. Hit some numbers and big time you. You know, that's the thing. I did hit those numbers. I hit that big time. I got full of myself. And, you know, then I had a dose of reality when my life almost left me. Me, reality, and me. That kind of rhymes. A cheap rhyme. But, nah, man, we're fucking in love. I mean, it's like 1996 all over again. I can't get that girl off me. I mean, she's frisky, if you know what I mean. You know how Bubbles says it, Julian. Let's go Bubbles real quick. Well, I'm just trying to take care of my kitties. And, whoa, I'm getting frisky, Julian. Yeah, my Bubbles accent's kind of shitty because I haven't watched Trailer Park Boys in a long time. But yeah, thank y'all so much for sticking around and watching. Not a lot of comments, and that's all right. You know what a great judge for a live show is? Let me look at my views real quick. I'm not a view whore. You know, I'm not checking my numbers. I am checking them, but you know what I mean. Let me check this out real quick. Because I want to tell y'all a little secret here that will teach y'all a thing or two about numbers. Okay, I've got 8 watching right now. That's pretty good. 8 watching. Okay, I know I don't have a lot of Golden Age books. I can go get some Golden Age out of the closet, and then I could put the Golden Guys show to shame. But it's all about putting others over. Dolph Ziggler. When was the last time you saw Dolph win a match? I mean, he's probably one of the greatest technical wrestlers. Had the humongous amateur background out of Kent State, Kansas. I can go to the damn thing and pull out all these Golden Ages that are worth 5 figures, 10,000, 20,000, 15,000. I can do all that But, you know, y'all check out Golden Guys. They're a great show. Home of the New York Warriors is on. The Boy Who Had Seven is on. Now, Boy Who Had Seven, that's a dude. That's a dude who loves to read books. And he has some nice slabs, too. He takes a lot of pictures on Instagram of the slabs. But great thing about Boy Who Had Seven, the thing I love about him is he will tell you why he's posted a picture of the book. And he'll kind of give you his, you know, own history. So that is pretty amazing for a young feller like that to give his historical nonfiction of why he likes a book. Because he's actually read it, you know. So, fans, this is The Great Legend. I hope you learned a little bit about COPPA. I know I may have talked too long, you know, but I wanted to get some more watch time, you know, just to kind of keep up with the watch time. I don't want to lose my $8 monetization. I'll make so much money. But I've had a great time with each and every one of you. Thank you so much. I hope I gave everyone a shout out in the chat. Cobra Comics. Oh yeah, Cobra Comics. That's a guy. Cobra, I read on Instagram that you were getting kind of scared of the old bullshit that COPPA was doing. I know a good YouTuber, Comic Book McD. I think he shut his channel down. You know, just getting scared. I mean, if you think about it, most comics that people buy today from DC and Marvel are 13 and up. And COPPA considers children as 12 years old and under. So, you're reviewing comic books. Well, maybe you're not reviewing comic books. Maybe you're just buying the bullshit because the Joneses are buying them. But if you read the comic books and talk about the comic books, you have nothing to fear because the stuff you buy is 13 and up. Let me look at Elmo here. Ah, shit. Elmo Funko Pop. 8 years and up. But I collect these. I'm not playing with these because I'm not a fucking little kid. I'm collecting them because I'm an adult and I'm damn proud of it. And Sesame Street fucking rules. Yeah! All right. Ernie, too. And he's got his rubber ducky. Who doesn't have a fucking rubber ducky in their bathtub? Jesus. Right? Shit. Come on. Okay. So, you maybe got me there. But anyways, fans, I want you all to have a great rest of the week. Comic Core's on all week. You know, show a night. Some of the best shit you're ever going to see. Especially on Thursday night when my favorite female in all the comic book community hosts Outside the Issues. We talk about all the latest and greatest things that aren't necessarily comic books, but stuff you may see on the silver screen. Although that's kind of dumb because most videos are all in color now. But videos, TV, cartoons, entertainment, anything other than comics, video games too, I guess. Watch her. She's got a phenomenal show on Thursday. And you may find me, Chad, Kat Wren, oh, I already said her. Her husband, Mark BKR, the superstar, and Drew Manchu and myself. We're talking about some CW shows, Mandalorian, Baby Yoda, Watchmen on HBO, all those cool shows. And then Friday, check us out on Off the Rails. And Wednesday night, check out that new show called The Greatest Show on Earth. Man, it's got a lot of those young ones, and they'll teach you all the stupid shit. If you want to like do the stupid shit, they'll teach you how to do it. Although they just kind of really make fun of the stupid shit on there, which is kind of funny in its own self because they're giving you Legends Truth kind of in a more comical way that a lot of more of the younger crowd will tend to follow their lead on what they're trying to say because they're young, they're hip, they got sexy beards. I mean, what's there not to love? But I love every moment I spend with each and every one of you. Too bad I didn't get any fucking donations tonight, though. Cheap-ass bastards. Anyways, this is the Great Legend saying peace out. God bless.
I told you that I don't wanna go back. I'm just afraid that I'll lose you, and I don't wanna hide or waste another life.